Hello, thank you for watching this video that's going to explain the Learning and Development Grant that we have access to here in Texas. One of the things I wanted to mention is this grant is something that has been around for a long time, about 50 to 60 years now. And how this grant comes about is it's a program that Texas takes a percentage of unemployment tax from every W-2 employee that you have and sets it aside as an investment to avoid having that employee on unemployment because they're more attractive to you as an employer, and they're also more attractive to other employers if you decide to lay them off or not continue the employment agreement. And so it's a very interesting program. And what we do is once you apply for the program, we actually build a holistic learning and development strategy as part of the program. So we can design your L&D plan. We can do the entire grant writing process, of which we have a 98% acceptance rate on. And then we also design the training program by selecting various types of content, both video-based content, in-person training, and also custom-built content that is specific to you as a company. And we bring together a technology that is both a learning management technology and a learning experience platform that helps with prescribing training and offering it to people to access through mobile. And this program is out of no cost to you. So there is no upfront cost to the company as long as you apply with the information needed. We file it, we get it approved, and then we begin the execution and designing of the program accordingly to finish the grant requirements. Now, in the grant, what we do is we assess your needs, we build the content, and then we design and deliver the strategy. And it's really designed to help you attract, retain talent, motivate employees, create value-based culture, and really align your business strategy with your priorities. Now, when you're selecting different content and training, we talked about the three types. You can really utilize it in the following by creating, custom-based or video-based training. And we also can do in-person based or, webinar style online training. And the big topics that we usually see are things like leadership or compliance training or effective communication training or customer service or any of those various topics that we see. But really, the main thing is you need to pick a 60-40 split, 60% being technical skills and 40% being soft skills. So make sure that you always keep that in mind when you're designing the program and the type of training that you want. And what this training provides is basically about $1,000 per employee that you can apply for. Obviously, the more training you select, the higher the number we can get for training because there's different courses that we're offering and so on and so forth. And you have about a year to complete the program and finish the training. And there are things that you need to be aware of. One is if you do commit to the training, you have to just check a box that says that we commit to having a minimum of a 1% average wage increase across the users that are completing the training. That's just an average. So if you have a team that has a 10% increase and another team that has 0, still, as long as the average is a minimum of 1%, which most companies, if they're doing an adjustment for inflation, they're in the 3% plus, but just want to make sure that that's one of the requirements. And then you do receive a maximum of 500K. So if you do have, let's say 5,000 or 10,000 employees, the maximum amount of a grant per company is about 500K at $1,000 roughly per user that you can get. And you can reapply to this grant every 6 months. So if you do like the program and the design and the delivery, every 6 months you can reapply and access the funding again. So it is something you can depend on and build a plan for and adjust and utilize the funding as a way to increase funding for your learning and development efforts. And then we do have a few things to consider when you're doing the grant, as well as some Q&A on, what people ask us about, which we'll have here. But as far as the training, I just want to mention that we do have over 500,000 courses from very different libraries that specialize in different areas. So if you have technical and soft skills, we can definitely help you there. Plus, we deliver this grant program through an AI platform that is both designed to measure skill growth and is AI-based and can recommend training and do learning paths, but also is mobile first. So you can also deliver training to anybody in the workforce, wherever they are, even if they don't have a laptop. So we do that today with one of our great partners. And then lastly, I want to mention that the last slide actually has a link to the application process. So if you're under 100 employees, you can get approved for this grant pretty quickly, usually under 30 days. If you're over 100 employees, it usually takes 2 to 3 months to get approved, of which there's a different application for. And if you select the application, I did want to mention it's not a very lengthy application. It is something that you can actually fill out and submit in less than, I would say, a week. It's things like company information, your address, your TWC account, since we do link it to where you're paying taxes, and then information about the employees, things like their name, their title, their hourly salary that they're paid today, and then also a wish list of training areas that you want to provide. And that's all we need to begin actually processing the application for you and submitting it. So if you're willing and able to do that, definitely take advantage of it. It is something that will benefit you and really make a big difference. We do go above and beyond the grant. So not only do we just write the grant towards required training, but after completing of the required training, we actually give you access to all of these libraries that you can leverage throughout the year to train on other things, but as long as you meet the minimum requirements first. So we want to make sure that we're writing the grant towards the minimum requirement. And then once you achieve those, then we go above and beyond and provide the rollout of other things that could also benefit your company. Thank you again for listening. And if you have any questions, please reach out. If you click on these links, you can download the application from here into an Excel file and begin filling out your info accordingly.